Afternoon and welcome viewers and listeners alike to Post Office Road, and dare I say it again, for this vital Stones Bitter Championship game in the First Division between Featherstone Rovers and Widnes. The Featherstone Rovers team: number 1 Chris Bibb, number 2 Ikram Butt, 3 Terry Manning, 4 is Paul Newlove, 5 is Owen Simpson, 6 is Ian Smales, 7 Derek Fox, 8 Leo Casey, 9 is Lee Whiteley, 10 Chris Burton, 11 Andy Fisher, 12 Gary Rose, 13 and Brendan Tutor. Substitutes are 14 Martin Pearson and 15 Tim Sharp. Your Widnes team: number 1 Alan Tate, 2 John Revereau, number 3 Darren Wright, 4 Jonathan Davis, 5 Jason Ashley, 6 Stuart Spruce, 7 David Hume, 8 Joe Grimmer, 9 Steve McCurry, 10 Harvey Howard, 11 is Paul Hume, 12 Emma Socolotto and 13 Les Holiday. Substitutes are 14 Mark Sarsfield and 15 David Smith. The referee for today, Mr John Holsworth. And just before the match, the Nissan Award for the best supported family of the season goes to Eddie McNally and wife Karen and 2 daughters. Eddie has been a firm supporter of Featherstone Rovers for as long as I can remember. He was born in 1968 with Eddie, a supporter of Featherstone home and away in both the first team and the second team. So Eddie McNally and wife Karen there with the 2 daughters. A marvellous achievement by Eddie. Fantastic support of the club, both home and away. So the scenes are set here at Post Office Road. Well, this is, I've just set previously for this vital match. Featherstone Rovers desperately need 2 points to keep away out of that bottom 2, that dreaded drop. And Widnes wanting 2 points for different reasons to get into that top 8. So Derek Fox gets the game underway. The ball hanging in the air. To take that ball, running away from him, but he took it firmly. Joe Grimmer trying to come up to this halfway line, but Gary Rose and Chris Burt making the tackle. Now it's Colotto with the ball there, but that's good tackling that by Leo Casey. Wrestles the big New Zealand to the floor. Penalty kick to Featherstone Rovers. Widnes moving up far too early. Jonathan Davis. Widnes ready to pump the ball up upfield. Mr Holsworth there, the referee, catching Jonathan Davis within the 5. It applies both ways. And a team defending or attacking. The 5-metre rule applies both ways in this game. So McCurry there tackling Leo Casey. So it's Gary Rose inside that Widnes 25-yard area, and Colotto there, and Paul Young makes the tackle. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Back there to Derek Fox, there to Brendan Tutor. Just couldn't get that ball there to Andy Fisher. That's good tackling that by David Young. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning now there to Paul Newlove. But Paul Newlove watched all the way there by Stuart Spruce. Playing in the number 6 shirt this afternoon for Widnes. Tony Marlon failed the fitness test. So that big up run, it's all on. Alan Tate there takes that ball over his own try line. So it'll be a 25-yard tap. So McCurry with that short tap there now to Paul Young. Paul Young there trying to come upfield. Gets that ball there to Jonathan Davis. But Chris Bibb there makes the tackle, and Brendan Tutor getting back also. So Colotto with the ball there. Colotto there trying to run it in, but Andy Fisher, Brendan Tutor and Gary Rose there makes the tackle. Well, if the first few minutes anything to go by, we're in for a cracking match this afternoon. Young with the ball there, and Holiday loses the ball there, and that must be a knock on. Must be the first defence, so it'll be a scrum down, the first scrum of the match on the halfway line with Derek Fox to feed the scrum. Les Holiday there, losing flight of that ball. It's a very strong wind out in the middle. So Derek Fox gets the ball from the scrum there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there trying to take Stuart Spruce on there, and Les Holiday and Alan Tate succumbs to the tackle. So it's Chris Burnt with the ball there from Ian Smales from the acting half-back position. 10 yard inside that Widnes south of the field. But Lee Whiteley now from acting half-back. Lee Whiteley now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there being tackled there by number 9 Steve McCurry. So Lee Whiteley with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Ian Smales. Trying to get that ball back inside there, but Ian deciding to stick to the ball. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there, that little kick through. Pushes the kick through, but once again that ball beating everybody, rolling dead. So once again it'll be a Widnes tap, but this time Featherstone are organised this time, waiting for the runners. Harvey Hour there, being wrestled over there by Leo Casey. So number 11 there, Paul Young, trying to make the halfway line. Andy Fisher and Chris Byrne makes the tackle. Now it's Joe Grimmer with the ball. Andy Fisher, Leo Casey, Chris Byrne hanging round him. Makes the tackle on the big number 8. So McCurry with the ball now there to David Jones there to Holiday there to Colotto. Colotto there to number 3 there. Darren Wright with the ball there, but Paul Newell wraps him up. That's good tackling that by Paul Newell on Darren Wright. Plenty of pace in both these sets of 3 quarters. Colotto with the ball there, having to run it in. And Gary Rose there makes the tackle. So ball back there to Alan Tate. Alan Tate there pushes that ball up in the air. Chris Bibb underneath it. It's all on. Chris Bibb takes it cleanly. That's a good take that by Chris Bibb. Under a tremendous amount of pressure there from Stuart Spruce, but he took the ball cleanly. So it's Lee Whiteley trying to think the ball out in his own 25-yard area, but number 10 there, Harvey Howard, makes the tackle. Now Leo Casey there being tackled by number 11 Paul Young. So it's Chris Burnt with the ball now. Chris Burnt was over his own 25-yard area, but Les Holiday there sticks to his man like glue. Pings the tackle. And Chris Burnt there losing the ball. Referee there give the scrum down, saying that Chris Burnt lost the ball in the tackle. And Chris Burnt just said a few words to the referee, and the referee stood no talking back. So first chance for either team here to put points on the board. Falls to Jonathan Davis of Widnes. Just about 2 or 3 yards from that Featherstone Rovers 25-yard area. And this is where Featherstone Rovers don't want to be giving penalties away in this match. Against kicker of Jonathan Davis. So here we go, second attempt for Jonathan Davis to kick the ball. Strikes the ball, strikes it well, straight between the middle. Featherstone Rovers 0, Widnes 2. So once again, Derek Fox getting the game started. And just looking down there when Derek kicked that ball, 1 or 2 Featherstone Rovers players in front of the halfway line, and one of the things the referee sometimes looks out for in this game. So it's Harvey Howard with the ball there, but Chris Burton there. Penalty kick to Featherstone, Harvey Howard there going in with his elbow. So a chance here for Derek Fox to put 2 points back on the board for Featherstone Rovers to equal things up, but I must say that he's kicking against a very strong wind here at Post Office Road. But Derek has had his kicking boots on this season. The top First Division goal kicker at the moment. Second in the overall goal kicking charts to I think it's Steve Carroll of Bramley. And Derek last week at Swinton kicked his 1,000th point for the club. Joined an elite band of players who has kicked who has scored 1,000 points for Featherstone Rovers. So did it. Oh, straight between the middle also. That cancels Jonathan Davis' early penalty goal out. So it's Featherstone Rovers 2, Widnes 2. So Jonathan Davis gets the game going. Derek Fox takes that awkward bouncing ball there, gives the ball there to Brendan Tota. Brendan Tota there. Being tackled by Les Holiday and Emerson Colotto, and Owen Rovers there. Losing the way a little bit inside that 25-yard area. Losing possession on the second tackle, so it's David Young with the ball now there to Harvey Howard. Derek Fox tackles the big fella there, round the boat later. So it's David Young now there to Stuart Spruce. Stuart Spruce there, tackled just about 4 or 5 yards from that Featherstone Rovers try line. And Widnes seemed to have men outside here, but David Young there made an ash of things that time. And Terry Manning there wrapping his man up. Widnes still in possession. Number 5 there, Jason Critchley. Normally a second roll forward, been playing on the wing for the last couple of matches for Widnes. So it's Steve McCurry now, Steve McCurry looking for runners outside in there to Alan Tate. But that's got tackling that by Brendan Tota. He picked the man out there, Brendan Tota. He made the tackle. The ball back there now to Darren Wright there, that little kick, oh, it's all on. Chris Bibb there takes that ball. But that's good play that by Darren Wright, following his own kick up there, tackles Chris Bibb there. Just about on his own try line now. It's Porniola with the ball now. Trying to bring the ball out away from his own in-goal area. That's good play by Widnes. Now it's Ian Smiler's turn. He'll try to drive it in, but that's 3 tackles gone. Even though Rovers have got the ball, Widnes are on the attack. Chris Burton with the ball. Trying to fight his way out of tacklers. That's good defence by Widnes. Now it's Brendan Tota. Half stop there by Les Holiday. Steve McCurry just makes sure of the tackle. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that big kick downfield. So Jason Critchley takes that ball. 10 yards inside the halfway line, and that's good tackling. That's Gary Rose there, follows Jason Critchley all across the line, makes the tackle. Now it's Alan Tate now. Alan Tate there trying to straighten up, but Leo Casey there makes the tackle. Now McCurry with the ball now there to Harvey Howard. Harvey Howard running it in. Harvey Howard playing this afternoon because Kirk Sorensen failing a late fitness test, but very handy replacement to have in your team is Harvey Howard's a good player. So Stuart Spruce with the ball there. Stuart Spruce there trying to get out to tacklers. Oh, that looked like a forward pass to me, but referee says no, that's play on. That looked like a forward to me, but referee says no. So it's Holiday with the ball now there. Touch Grimmer. Oh, and that's all. The section now it's Jason Critchley with the ball there, turning the ball back inside. So Jonathan Davis with the ball now there to Holiday. Holiday there running the ball in. It's all on, the ball rolling and rolling and rolling. Well, the ball rolls dead. It's a 25-yard drop for Featherstone Rovers, but Widnes looking dangerous in that position. But when I saw that moment, they were definitely a forward passing it, and Featherstone Rovers could have easily intercepted a pass there. But as it was, Les Holiday there, that little kick there, beating everybody rolling dead. So Leo Casey taps the ball. Derek Fox with the ball now there. Long ball out there to Paul Newlove. So it's Owen Simpson now going from acting half-back. Oh, and Jason Critchley were miles offside that time. Oh, that's offside that he put his hand up to the referee, and Derek Fox with the ball there. Being tackled there by Les Holiday. A quick pair of hands there from Derek Fox to Ian Smales. Would have done the trick, but he just couldn't get that ball out. So it's Ian Smales with the ball now. That's a good kick. Gets the ball out in his own half of the field. Keep the ball low. Good kick that by Ian Smales. Sickeren but really applauding that kick. His teammate there on the wing. So it'll be David Young to feed the scrum. The ball's in. Tap for the Rovers. Brendan Tulter with the ball there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there taking these tackles on. Saw the gap there. Went for it, but Alan Tate there just... That would have tried saving tackle on... so it's Porniola with the ball. Porniola going to that try line. Has he scored? He scored the try. Porniola scores the try in the corner. That was absolutely... Finding this David Jones, one in the head. Big pass out wide there from Derek Fox to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there took the defence on. Alan Tate brought the try-saving tackle off. A quick play of the ball, and Porniola there just went round. 2 or 3 would be Widnes tackles if there wasn't there. The strength of that man was absolutely incredible, unbelievable. To plant the ball at the side of the side of the corner flag. Featherstone Rovers 6, Widnes 2, with this conversion from Derek Fox to come. Here he goes, strikes the ball. He's got the height, but he hasn't got the direction. Well, Featherstone Rovers there, leading by 6 points to 2. So Andy Fisher there taking that long kick off there by Jonathan Davis, took it well. So Brendan Tulter with the ball now, trying to move mountains, but there's 2 mountains in the way there. In Paul Young there and Joe Grimmer and Colotto, 3 mountains there. So it's Chris Burnt with the ball there. So Gary Rose with the ball there, but Steve McCurry. And Harvey Howe there makes the tackle, so Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there, once again keeping that ball low. And Alan Tate there losing his footing. We've had a very heavy downpour of rain before the match this afternoon, and I'm sure that it's trickery underfoot. So Young with the ball now there to Devereux. He's the danger man, this John Devereux. His strength round the hips and on the thighs.
Like Stuart Pearce, isn't it?
So Les Holiday being tackled 10 yards short of the halfway line. Now it's David Young. That's good tackling by Rovers. Still leading by 6 points to 2. So it's Steve McCurry now. Looking at that third touchline side, and the ball's rolling and rolling, but it won't reach touch. Chris Bibb there picking it up. But in from touchline side there, and Chris Bibb there being tackled by John Devereux. Now it's Hoyt Simpson with the ball there. Trying to dance his way through that Widnes defence, but John Devereux there just waiting for him, picks him out, makes the tackle. So Leo Casey, that's the 3rd tackle. Rovers still camped in their own 25-yard area. Number 8 there, Joe Grimmer making the tackle. So it's Lee Whiteley now there to Brendan Tulter. And that's good tackling by Widnes. Harvey Howe there. Upends Brendan Tulter, but Brendan Tulter plays the ball there. Oh, and Andy Fisher there knocking the ball on. So Widnes' possession, so it's Colotto using this. Put him over in the tackle. Paul Young acting half-back. Paul Young there takes the tackle off Derek Fox. So Rovers putting themselves under pressure. Andy Fisher losing that ball inside his own 25-yard line. So it's David Young with the ball now there to Les Holiday. Les Holiday there tries to get rid of the ball, but Gary Rose drops on that loose ball. It's all on. And Gary Rose there being tackled by Steve McCurry. So both sides making handling mistakes in this first quarter of the game. Oh, that long ball out there now to Porniola. Porniola gets that ball there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson there taking Darren Wright on. Gets that ball back inside there to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt there shuts tacklers off. Still going Ikram Butt. Well, it's like a Kelly. They can't get him now, but he's tackled there, loses the ball. The ball goes backwards to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there running the ball. It's all on there to Brendan Tulter. Brendan Tulter there looking for his outside. He's still going. Gets that ball there to Andy Fisher. Oh, it's 100 mile an hour stuff. But it just wants it settling down that little bit. Chris Burn with the ball there. Inside Colotto's tackle. That's good done in by Chris Burn. Finally tackled by Steve McCurry. Now the Rovers roll goes up. Derek Fox with the ball now. There to Brendan Tote. Brendan Tote there to... Inside there, it's all on there to Brendan Tote. Brendan Tote there, Derek Fox. Derek Fox there. Oh, his tackle is just short. Tackled in just short. So Lee White with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Oh, Ian Smales wanted a flat ball that time. The ball coming to him high from Lee Whiteley. And Ian Smales there decided to play the ball forward, which with the iron being on the gantry, he couldn't play it back because the Widnes pressure was covering Ian Smales. Decided to kick the ball forward, and rightly so. And Widnes man there just dived on the ball, tackled over his own line. So Jonathan Davis telling his fellow players to get onside. Oh, and what a tech that was! Well, that ball was going to Brendan Total like an exorcist missile, but he took it well there, run it up, shuttle short of that Widnes 25 yard line, so it's Gary Rose. He's gone off for Widnes, but Joe Grimace, or Peter O says the cameraman, has gone off the... Really throwing this ball about, so Jerry Fox with the ball out there to Lee Whiteley. Lee Whiteley there, gets that ball there, but it's a forward. It's a forward. But the Rovers crowd really getting behind their team. They're throwing this ball about like a bar of soap here this afternoon. And this Widnes defence, they're at 6s and 7s. But Rovers still leading by 6 points to 2. So it's Stuart Spruce with the ball there. But Chris Bibb there makes the tackle. That was good tackling that by Chris Bibb. Now it's Les Holiday with the ball there. Over his own 25 yard line, but Brendan Toulton, Gary Rose and Andy Fisher round him like bees round a honey jar there. That's good tackling that by Lee Whiteley there on number 15 David Smith. Now the ball back now there to Alan Tate. Alan Tate there, that big kick downfield, and Derek Fox shouts, "Yours, Bibby!" And Chris Bibb there chests the ball down and tries to run it out in his own 25 yard area, which he does. Well, that's good tackling that by Les Holiday there and Harvey out. So it's Ikram Butt with the ball. Ikram Butt there trying to go through Steve McCurry. But Steve McCurry there just gets his fingertips to him. So it's Derek Fox with the ball from Brendan Toulton there to Ian Smale. Ian Smale's there looking for them gaps. But Big Colotto there running out wide, makes the tackle on the Rovers, big number 6. So Chris Burton with the ball now. Chris Burton there up to the halfway line. Gets that ball there to Derek Fox there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there being tackled there by Les Holiday. 15 yard inside that window south of the field. Now it's Terry Manning now going from acting half back there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell out to one tackle. Out to 2 tackles. Taking Alan Tate on Paul Newell. Oh! He's bounced the ball over the line. Well, that was unbelievable. Straight by Paul Newell yet again. But still nothing come from it. Paul Newell looked to try score it all the way, beating 3 or 4 players. Disallowing the try. And Paul Young this time being penalised. Paul Young being penalised. Ford once again using his elbow in the tackle. He's pulled Harvey Howard up and Paul Young in this match now. So Lee White with the ball now to Leo Casey. Can Featherstone Rovers make this territorial advantage into points in this first quarter of the game? Now it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, that long ball out there now to Ian Smales. Oh, he wanted to pass that ball there to Chris Bibb, but Darren Wright were waiting to intercept. And the ball's on, it's back to one, so Derek Fox with the ball there. But Les Holiday there makes the tackle. That's the first tackle. We're inside that Widnes 25-yard area. Now it's Gary Rose. He'll drive the ball in. But number 10 there, Harry Howard making the tackle. Now it's Lee Whiteley going from acting half-back. Chris Burton that time coming from a deep position, wanting the ball, but Lee Whiteley going from acting half-back. Now it's Andy Fisher's turn, trying to get rid of that ball there to Ikram, but there to Derek Fox. And that's back to one yet again. To Chris Bibb, juggling with the ball, takes it cleanly second time. But that's back to one. Once again, Rovers got another 6 tackles inside that Widnes 25-yard area. So Ikram Butt now going from acting half-back. Ikram Butt there gets that ball there to Chris Burton. Chris Burton there trying to straighten up. Chris Burton there going for that try line. Lee Whiteley now from acting half-back. There to Brendan Toulter. Brendan Toulter and Leo Case having to drop on that. That would have back passed that by Brendan Toulter, taking that ball there, getting the ball back.
You're offside!
So Gary Rose with the ball there, head down. Lee White with the ball now there to, that's good running that by Leo Casey. And Les Holiday just smothering that ball there. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox, it's all on. Oh, it's all on, Ismail! He scores the try! Ismail scores the try for Featherstone Rovers! And that was a planned move, because Derek Fox said to Ismail, follow this kick. And just when Derek Fox looked at it, we're going to kick to his right-hand side, he changed his mind, and the ball bobbed and weaved over that Widnes try line. I think it was Alan Tate who got the ball covered. He missed the ball, but Ismail didn't miss the ball, because he put his hand on the ball right between the posts. Featherstone Rovers 10, Widnes 2. Oh, Derek Fox trying to convert that Ismail's try, straight between the middle. Rovers 12, Feathers Widnes 2. But I must say that it's no more than Featherstone Rovers deserved, without being biased. I know that we're all Featherstone supporters who's doing this video, but oh, that's a bad mistake that by Andy Fisher. But I must say that the ball going at him like a rocket, and it'll be Widnes' head and ball. Advantage goes to Widnes. That's that big kick-off there by Jonathan Day, but I must say it's a very strong win. But like I said, it's no more than Featherstone Rovers deserved that 12 points to 2 lead. Like I said, playing again a very, very strong win indeed. So it's David Young with the ball there. Ooh, and Ian Smells here, and Brendan Toulter covers the man up. Look to try score it all the way, and it's David Young. Looks like he's got a bad injury that time. But like I said, David Young got the ball from the pack. He looked like a try scored it all the way. But Ian Smales there and Brendan Toulter, quick to react, stopped him from just getting over that line, and it looks as if he's got a bad injury there, David Young, and there's nobody likes to see this in rugby league. And he looks in a bit of pain, does the lad. And rightly so, getting a good evasion from the crowd going off. So number 14, Mike Sarsfield. So it's America with the ball now there to number 15, David Smith. And Widnes will have a planned move now. They'll have something up the sleeve there for this move. Oh, it's a bad mistake. That ball there coming off a Widnes' player's shoulder there, and Ian Smells there takes the easiest of balls underneath his own post. So Rovers possession, so Lee Whiteley now from acting half-back. Trying to dummy his way through this defence, but Harvey Howard there and Steve McCurry there met the tackle. So it's Brendan Toulter trying to go through Emerson Colotto. And not that time. McCurry there makes the tackle on the Rovers loose forward. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales takes it second time. A few oohs and groans. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox. And that's our song, The Wind Is. Derek Fox kicking that ball there from the side of this boat, and nearly met us here on the gantry without bouncing, so Featherstone Rovers something to look forward to in the second half. Very strong wind. So Jonathan Davis with the ball now there to Holiday. Holiday now there to Stuart Sprouse. Stuart Sprouse there being tackled. That's gut tackling. Ian Smales there driving his man back. So it's Paul Young with the ball now. Paul Young there taking Chris Burton on. And Chris Burton there, and Brendan Tote it was who made the tackle. So it's Holiday with the ball now. Holiday trying to get that ball up there to Alan Tate. Beautiful ball there from Holiday. But that's marvellous tackling that by Leo Casey. That was a try-saving tackle if ever I saw one. So it's Holiday once again with the ball here. To man through the short gap that time. Holiday there, that little kick, it's all on. And the ball goes in, goals touching then. Derek Fox touching that ball with his hand. So it'll be a drop out for Rovers underneath their own posts. Is it in all right? Yeah. So Derek Fox drop out underneath his own post. Well tucked there by Harvey Howard. Harvey Howard over that Rovers 25-yard line. Rovers still leading by 12 points to 2. So McCurry with the ball now there to Colotto. And Windus having a lot of possession since Rovers got the second try, but like Rovers, they've got to make it count. Davies with the ball now there to Devereaux coming in field, but Leo Casey there makes the perfect tackle. Stops man and ball. Now it's McCurry with the ball here. I've got to let this man move. He's got some dummies up his sleeve, but not that time. Rovers watching that moment all the way. And looks like so McCurry back on his feet. Davis with the ball now there to Young now there to Harvey Howard. But that's gut tackling by Rovers. Andy Fisher watching him all the way. Every man picked a man out. So it's Holiday with the ball now there to Smith with the ball. He's lost the ball and Rovers get possession. Chris Bibb, I think, diving on that loose ball for Rovers. So Widnes not making this territorial advantage count. So Gary Rose with the ball. Head down, trying to reach that his own 25-yard area. But Harvey Howard makes the tackle. So it's Leo Casey coming down the middle of the field. Brushes one man off, but too many white shirts in the way for him that time. Colotto being one of them. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there over the own 25-yard line. Now it's Brendan Tote. Brendan Tote, that little kick over. It's all on. Oh, and that's a knock on. And Derek Fox sweeps up. It's all on. Derek Fox going down the middle of the field. Derek Fox there. Tried to pass the ball, but too many white shirts in the way from him. And the referee saying that Derek knocked the ball on in the tackle. So it'll be
substitution for Widnes. Joe Grimmett replacing Steve McGurry.
So number 6, Stuart Sprouse there. Speeding the scrum, so it's out to Widnes. So Stuart Sprouse there trying to go through the middle. But Chris Burton and Gary Rose getting back to make the tackle. Now it's Les Holiday with the ball. Les Holiday there now to Darren Wright. And Darren Wright there being wrapped up there by Gary Rose. Alan Tate with the ball now there to Colotto. Colotto there, Widnes yet to find a gap through this Rovers defence. Rovers leading by 12 points to 2. So it's Joe Grimmer back on the field here, coming on for McCurry, and Joe Grimmer loses the ball. So Derek Fox getting that ball there to Paul Newland. Paul Newland sets off like an hare out in the trap. Like a rabbit out in the trap, he's still going. Like an hare out. So it's Owen Simpson with the ball. Owen Simpson trying to reach that Widnes 25-yard line. So Ian Smales with the ball now there to Derek Fox. He had to stretch for that pass, but he got it. Oh, and Brendan Toulter knocks the ball on. Just trying that bit too hard. So Widnes possession. 10 yard inside his own half of the field. Widnes. So it's Stuart Spruce and Andy Fisher comes flying across to take the half-back out there. That's gut tackling that by Andy Fisher. So it's Holiday with the ball now. But just look at them Rovers tacklers. Chris Burton there dragging him back. So Holiday gets up, plays the ball. So it's Paul Young now there to Clotto. Clotto now there to Joe Grimmer. Joe Grimmer through the gap. Joe Grimmer now there. Oh, and that's good play there to John Devereux. He knocks the ball on. Well, a try we're begging that time for Widnes. But John Devereux there saw the line at his mercy. To me, he's the danger man. John Devereux, strong. But he saw the line at his mercy, but he knocked the ball on. So it's Ian Smales there. Pushes Jonathan Davis on his backside there, Ian Smales. So it's Gary Rose coming down the middle. Spins out to one tackle. And both Emerson Colotto and Ian Smales having treatment. But it'll be Gary Rose. To feed the... So Rose was just missing the way there with that passing moment. Andy Fisher tidying up. So Lee White with the ball now. Lee White now there to Chris Burton. Chris Burton there being tackled by his opposite number there, Harvey Howard. So it's Lee White with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there, that short pass there to Leo Casey, back there to Derek Fox there to Paul Newlove, taking John Devereux on. Paul Newlove there, trying to go through John Devereux. Frankie Marler there moving John Devereux into the centre, I think to mark Paul Newlove, and Derek Fox there kicking that ball downfield. And the ball rolls and rolls. And number 15 there, David Smith, lets the ball roll into touch. So it'll be a scrum down 10 yard, about 10 or 15 yard from that Widnes try line. It'll be the Stuart Spruce to feed the scrum. Ian Smales there makes the tackle on the Widnes players. So it's John Devereux now trying to come from acting half-back out his own 25 yard area, and Gary Rose there makes the tackle. Now it's Colotto with the ball there. Oh, tried to spin that ball out. And that's back to one. Teddy Manning there trying to intercept that ball. That's back to one. That was a dangerous pass there by Emerson Colotto there. That could have so easily have been intercepted by Teddy Manning, but as it was, he just manages to knock the ball down. So referee Mr. Alders says to Jonathan Davis, you've got to play the ball. While the Widnes player having attention on the floor. Stuart Spruce, I think it is, who's having attention still. We're back to play now. Paul Young there going from acting half back there to Les Holiday with the ball. And the referee spotting that ball there. Forward be a long way.
He's missed about half a dozen.
So it'll be Derek Fox to feed the scrum. The ball's in its heart to Rovers. Derek Fox there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there. Being tackled there by Colotto. So it's Gary Rose with the ball there from that Lee Whiteley pass. Once again tackled there by Colotto. 10 yard inside that Widnes side of the field. Derek Fox with the ball now there. And Ian Smales knocking the ball on, but I must say that it was a terrible ball to take that by Ian Smales on his bootlaces. Though no way could he take that ball cleanly. So Stuart Spruce feeding the scrum, it's all on, back inside there to Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis there, half stopped there by Chris Burton. And Andy Fisher and Ian Smales wraps him up. So it's Stuart Spruce with the ball there. So that's good tackling that. Terry Manning straight round the bootlaces. Now it's John Devereux with the ball there. John Devereux there trying to find the gap through the middle. That's how strong this man is. They must stop this man running. So it's Joe Grimmer with the ball now. Joe Grimmer trying to straighten up. Gets rid of the ball with the tackle and Chris Burton drops on the loose ball. Rovers possession. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there tries to sidestep round Jonathan Davis, but Jonathan Davis grabs him by the shirt, rolls him over in the tackle. So it's Leo Casey with the ball now. Leo Casey there, after one tackle. Gets that ball back there now to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt coming down the middle. Ikram Butt still going, trying to sidestep his way through. Stuart Spruce there, gets to grips with the wingman. Tries to tackle him hard, but it's that frustration there. So it's Chris Burton. Ankle tap there by Harvey Howard. Stops Chris Burton in full flight. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there pumps that ball downfield. It's all on. Alan Tate having to run back. Picks the ball up inside his own 25-yard line. He's on a run and here. Oh, and that's a good tackling that. And it's all on. But Leo Casey, that tackle there on Alan Tate, he nearly cut him in two. What a tackle that. Stopped him dead in his tracks. So it's Widnes possession halfway between the halfway line and their own 25-yard line. And once again, that pass there by Joe Grimmer, the gut passers, but where's the Widnes players? And Terry Manning dropping on that loose ball. So Andy Fisher now there to Brendan Toulter, there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there saw the gap. Ian Smales there through the gap. Ian Smales there taking his defence on. Still going. Just got Paul Newell on the wrong side of Ian Smales that time. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Chris Burton. Gets that ball there for Gary Rose. Gary Rose there gets to Brendan Toulter. There's plenty of time. Just calm it down, lads. Brendan Toulter there looking for Owen Simpson. But John Devereux there wraps him up on his own 25-yard area. Plays the ball back. Owen Simpson with the ball now there to Chris Bibb. But Chris Bibb there stopped by. Emerson O'Clotto gets that ball there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell still going. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there. Oh, and Andy Fisher there were reaching for that ball, just couldn't get it. Now it's Darren Wright now for Widnes. Darren Wright there coming down the middle of the field. Darren Wright still going. But Gary Rose wraps a big centre up. So it's Harvey Howard with the ball there. That's gut tackling that. David Smith it is, not Harvey Howard. David Smith there being tackled. So it's Joe Grimmer. Being tackled just on that bat on the halfway line. Rovers still leaning by 12 points to 2. Now it's Holiday with the ball. Now Holiday there now to Colotto. Colotto there trying to fight his way out to tacklers. Minutes ticking away now in this first half. So it's Holiday with the ball there. Holiday there trying to look for that far touchline side. Ball's rolls into touch. Well, that's how fast the game's going. First, looks as if Porniolo going in for his second try yet again. Tackled inches short of the line, and now Widnes are pressing on this Rovers line. 100-mile-an-hour stuff here at Post Office Road. Rovers still in the driving seat, leading by 12 points to 2. And must I say it again, a strong win behind him in the second half. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there, side steps round his man. John Devereux there just got an ankle tap on the big standoff half that time. Now Chris Bibb there, going from acting half back. Chris Bibb there, and early through the gap. That's good running by the Rovers fullback. Gets up, plays the ball. So Lee Whiteley with the ball there. Going from acting half back. Les Holiday wraps him up. Lee Whiteley yet again now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there. Gary Rose out of tacklers. Still going, gets that ball there. Oh, and Terry Manning there trying to get rid of the ball. And Andy Fisher there kicks it on, but a knock on. But Terry Manning there trying to get rid of the ball in the tackle there to Andy Fisher. And the Rovers crowd appreciating that. So Spruce there gets the ball. There to Jonathan Davis, there to Darren Wright. Darren Wright there, being stopped there by Ian Smales, and Chris Bibb 10 yards short of the halfway line. So on take with the ball now there to Les Holiday. But look at them Rovers tacklers, and it's been an absolutely marvellous performance by Rovers in this first half. Jonathan Davis opening the score in 2-0. Derek Fox equalising a minute after to make it 2 apiece. Then Paul Newlove, that magic try there by Paul Newlove to bring the scores. Featherstone Rovers 6, Widnes 2, and then that little clever kick through there, work between Ian Smales and Derek Fox and Ian Smales, I should say, and Ian Smales getting his hand to the ball underneath the post. Derek Fox converting to bring the half-time score to Rovers 12, Widnes 2. Welcome back to Post Office Road, and the evasion what this Rovers team got at for this second half was one of the best they've had all season, because they've surely played their hearts out in that first half, leading by 12 points to 2, playing uphill, but I must say this, they're playing with the elements in this second half. So it'll be Jonathan Davis for Widnes to kick off. We haven't seen much of Jonathan in this first half, but I'm just tongue-in-cheek when I say that. But still a very, very dangerous man. Match winner in every sense of the word, same as this number 2 I'm looking down at now, John Devereux. What a player these two are, John Devereux and Jonathan Davis. So Jonathan Davis there gets the ball on the way, and Stuart Spruce there, 1 miles in front of the halfway line. Jonathan Davis kick that ball, so it's Chris Bibb there trying to bring the ball out on his own 25-yard line, but Stuart Spruce there makes the tackle along with Holiday. So Brendan Toter there fighting his way, trying to crawl up to his own 25-yard line, but Chris Burnt with the ball now, being tackled there by Paul Hume. That's 3 tackles gone. Rovers still camped in their own 25-yard area. Now it's Leo Casey. He's just got over it there, but Harvey Howe there standing him up in the tackle, makes the tackles. Oh, Derek Fox, and we'll see how strong this wind is now. The Derek Fox there, the ball's rolling and rolling, and the ball comes in 2, and Alan Tate there picking it up just short of his own in-goal area, his own try line I should say. Owen Simpson and Paul Newlove makes the tackle. So Widnes possession. So Jason Critchler with the ball there for Widnes. Gary Rose makes the tackle. John Devereux being tackled there by Leo Casey. That's the only way to tackle these fellas, round the bootlaces. And that's good tackling once again by Leo Casey and Brendan Toter on Paul Hume. Plays the ball, Joe Grimmer with the ball now, Joe Grimmer there being wrestled there. Ian Smales and Chris Burton. It's Leo Casey and Chris Burton. Now it's Holiday with the ball there. That little kick over, it's all on. Holiday picks that ball up there, gets the ball there to... Oh, and it's a knock on, but Rovers get possession. Andy Fisher dropping on that loose ball. So Leo Casey going from Acton Harpack, and I think Andy Fisher will have some sore finger ends there, because Paul Young carried through with his boot on that loose ball, but referee there, Mr. Holsworth, the experienced referee that he is, cool things down, calm things down. So Rover possession. So Ian Smales to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher out to one tackle. That's good play that by Andy Fisher. Good tackling that by Stuart Spruce. Now it's Owen Simpson there, trying to riddle his way through this Widnes defence. But Paul Young made the tackle. Now it's Lee White with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Brendan Toter there to Chris Bibb. But Chris Bibb there wrapped up there by Les Holiday. That's good tackling by Widnes. So Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox just looks up, looks for the opening. Ikram Butt after that ball. He's got the try. Ikram Butt scores the try. And number 14 there, Mike Sarsfield, just waiting for the ball to roll dead. And Ikram Butt there come flying up that machine there like a locomotive. Like the Flying Scotsman, I should say. Peter O says, I'll try to think of the Flying Scotsman, and that's just what Ikram Butt were doing. He was flying up that wing side there, and Mark Sarsfield there waiting for the roll to roll dead, and Ikram Butt dived on the ball to put his hand on the ball there before it rolled dead. And the referee there, rightly so, awarding Ikram Butt the try. And the crowd really applauding that try, because Mark Sarsfield there, I don't know, he seemed to be a bit arse-soaked, the Widnes substitute there on that playing on that left wing. So it'll be Derek Fox with his conversion just inside that far touchline side. Strikes the ball, but the ball falling way short of its target. Featherstone Rovers 16, Widnes 2. So once again, Jonathan Davis gets the game started. An offer there to see, Andy Fisher dropping that ball. Just 2 yards from his own try line from that Jonathan Davis kick out. Seemed an easy enough ball to take, but like I say, I'm on the gantry. So Les Holiday with the ball there. Trying to work a move around that short side, as they say. So pressure on this Featherstone Rovers defence. Colotto with the ball there, running it in, but that's got tackling by Rovers. Andy Fisher there, trying to make amends for that drop ball there. Over the top, made the tackle. So Jonathan Davis with the ball now there to John Devereux. But John Devereux there losing his footing, but not before Leo Casey made the tackle. So it's Joe Grimmer with the ball there, running towards Derek Fox, but Derek Fox there wraps them arms around him, round the ball. All I said in this game, they can't go without the legs and they can't go without the ball. And Derek Fox that time went for the ball, stuck to it like glue, stopped the man there. So it's Colotto with the ball now there to Holiday. Holiday trying to bring the man short now. Sticks to the ball, that little dummy, but the Rovers defence aware of that. Good defence once again by Rovers. So it's Paul Young now from Acton Arpat. Gets that ball up there for Jonathan Davis. That little kick through, it's all on, but Ikram Butt there takes the ball cleanly. Didn't he take that well, Ikram Butt? The ball was bobbing and weaving about, but he never took his eye off the ball. So it's Featherstone over possession. So Chris Burton with the ball there. Chris Burton there, fighting his way up to his own 25-yard line. What a game Chris Burton's had this afternoon. Must be a contention for Rovers, a man of the match. So Derek Fox with the ball there. And the ball rolling and rolling and rolling up to the Widnes 25-yard area. And it's all on. And Paul Null there, and Owen Simpson there makes the tackle there on Alan Tate. John Devereux from Acton Arpat now. John Devereux there. But Ian Smells wraps them big arms round him, and Owen Simpson helping out there on the big number 2. So that's gut tackling that by Gary Rose. Plays the ball back. So it's Paul Young now there to Joe Grimmer. And Widnes playing one-touch football. Oh, and Joe Grimmer losing the ball. Joe Grimmer there looking at the touch judge. Nobody else to blame. Definitely lost the ball getting up to try to play it. Nobody impeded him. Well, to me that should have been a penalty kick to Rovers, because you saw the Widnes hooker there up that ball out, and they're not supposed to do that in this game. Still. Penalty kick to Widnes. Rovers caught offside from that play. The ball now. It's Colotto with the ball. Colotto there going through the gap. Number 12 there, Gary Rose stuck his ground, made the tackle. Ian Smells helping out. So it's John Devereux with the ball there. John Devereux, that long ball there, it's all on. Owen Simpson here picks the ball up. Owen Simpson here trying to take. Owen Simpson there. Big tackle into touch. Owen Simpson there, tackle into touch there by Alan Tate, but Owen Simpson taking his man on. He just had to wait that fraction of a second for the ball to roll to him, Owen Simpson, else he could have had a flying start. It could have been another try like we saw again. Castleford, Owen Simpson hugging the touchline side. So the ball's outside to Widnes. Stuart Spruce with the ball there, but Ian Smales makes the tackle there. Jonathan Davis with the ball now there to John Devereux. John Devereux there taking Paul Newell on, but Paul Newell there tackles the big fella. It's a battle between these two players there, so it's Darren Wright with the ball there, but Darren Wright there just manages to get to that Rovers 25-yard line. Chris Bibb makes the tackle. Now it's Holiday with the ball now there to Davis. Davis now to Alan Tate. Alan Tate now coming back inside, gets that ball out. Ooh, and Widnes there, that ball going back. And it's a knock on, and just looking down, I think Featherstone Rovers just get another score in this venture in the game. We'll have this game sewn up. I must say that, well, I can say Jonathan Davis, he doesn't want to run with the ball today. Just catch and pass. So it's all on. Chris Bibb getting that loose ball there from that scrum. But Stuart Spruce getting across, makes the tackle. So Derek Fox from acting back now there to Ian Smales, running it in, helping his forwards out. Obviously Ian's a forward himself, but playing stand-off half today. So Terry Manning there. Being tackled there by Paul Hume. So Gary Rose with the ball now there, taking Harvey Howard on. Gary Rose there. Harvey Howard and Paul Hume completes the tackle on Gary Rose. So Lee Whiteley now, Lee Whiteley there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Andy Fisher, throw the gap. Andy Fisher taking these men on. Andy Fisher still going. And why, oh why can't he die with the ball? Did everything right. Outpaced the cover coming across. And it's Chris with the ball now. Chris Bibb there makes the tackle. And Sarsfield with the ball now there for Widnes. But Chris Bibb there getting across. Made the tackle there on Jason Critchley. Now it's Paul Young with the ball now there to David Smith. Coming down the middle. Well, going back to that Andy Fisher run. He did everything right, did Andy, but trying to pass the ball into an impossible situation. This is Jonathan Davis at his best. Oh, and he's lost the ball. That's a forward pass. But the first time Jonathan Davis runs with the ball, and Chris Bibb there just manages to ankle tap the Welshman in full flight. That was a try-saving tackle by Chris Bibb. So when I just get my breath back now, it's Derek Fox to feed the scrum. Inside that Rovers 25-yard area. So Derek Fox breaking away from the base of the scrum, still going. Up to his own 25-yard line. Les Holiday makes the tackle. Now Gary Rose with the ball there. Gets up, plays the ball. Lee Whiteley running from acting half-back, taking this defence on. Side sets off 1 foot. Joe Grimmer makes the tackle and Harvey Howard. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox puts the ball high up in the air. And Chris Bibb after this ball. But the ball will beat everybody and rolled in.
Just got to watch them if people at the field. He bloody saw that then.
Oh, Colotto there trying to come down the middle of the field. Big run that by Colotto there to Darren Wright. Darren Wright there cutting back inside. But once again, Gary Rose there getting across. Pulls the try-saving tackle off. So Widnes really throwing everything at Rovers now. Trailing by 16 points to do. Stuart Spruce with the ball now there to John Devereux. John Devereux there trying to cut inside. But Ian Smales there and Paul Newell getting across makes the tackle. Stuart Spruce with the ball now there from acting half-back. But that's good tackling that by Lee Whiteley. Followed the man across the field there. So Paul Young with the ball now there to Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis now to Smith. Smith there back inside there to Colotto. Colotto there trying to run the ball in. 10 yard inside that Rovers 25-yard area. Jonathan Davis matching our back now there to Holiday. Holiday there, that little kick through, it's all on. Derek Fox getting back for that ball. And Derek Fox taking that ball over his own try line, so it'll be a tap for Rovers on their own 25-yard line. And Brendan Tota coming off the field, looks like he's That ankle injury, ankle's playing him up, and Tim Sharp comes on. So it's Gary Rose with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Leo Casey. So Lee White with the ball now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose here, he'll drive it in under one tackle. That's good running by Gary Rose. They're over second row forward. Up to the halfway line. So Derek Fox with the ball now, back inside there, and first touch of the ball there for Tim Sharp goes to ground, and the referee will call that back for a knock on. Getting tongue-tied that time, and just looking there in the clubhouse, Terry Mullaney, the Rovers committee man there, just having a nice hot drink of tea or coffee while we're here freezing on the gantry, but who cares, Rovers are winning. So that's gut tackling that by Ian Smells on Jonathan Davis. Picked his man out, made the tackle. Oh no, once again Ian Smells stood his ground there on Les Holiday. Oh, and that was a knock on. Paul Young there knocks that ball on. And the Rovers players really hassling this Widnes team. So it'll be Derek Fox to feed the scrum. And just looking down here, there's a gap here. So the ball is hard to Rovers, so Derek Fox with the ball now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there, round one man. But Jonathan Davis just grabs hold of his shirt collar. So it's Paul Newell now going from a standing start from acting half-back. Tackle just short of that Widnes 25-yard line, and that's back to one. Derek Fox there picks that loose ball up there. Ian Smells the ball now. Ian Smells there. He'll steady things down. Well, that should be back to one. Gets rid of that ball there to Tim Sharp, there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Lee Whiteley. Lee Whiteley, they're going for that try line. Lee Whiteley there. He scores the try. Has he? No, he hasn't. The ball wants to come across the field. It's out now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp back inside now there to Chris Bibb. But Rovers no room to work in this near corner. So it's Andy Fisher now going from acting half-back. Andy Fisher trying to struggle his way, fight his way over that try line. 16 points to 2 Rovers lead, 3 tries to none. It's about 20-25 minutes left for playing this match. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Gary Rose. And Gary Rose there being held up in the tackle. So it's the handover. So it's Widnes' turn now to try to bring this ball out their own 25-yard area. Joe Grimm with the ball, juggling with it, but took it second time. So it's Harvey Howard, hard to toe tackle, still going Harvey Howard, over his own 25-yard area. That's good driving that by the Widnes number 10. Being tackled there by his opposite number, Chris Burton. So it's Young with the ball now there to Clotto. Clotto there trying to make room there. So that's good movement there. And Jason Critcher out this wing side. Jason Critcher there, but Owen Simpson makes the tackle on the wingman. But I must say that was a good ball there by Clotto there to Jason Critchley. Now it's John Devereux with the ball. John Devereux there looking for supporters outside him. Oh, and don't Widnes look dangerous when they get that ball moving along the line. They've got pace outside. Ollie with the ball now. They've got this Rovers defence stretched. Jonathan Davis with the ball now there to Darren Wright. And he's lost the ball in the tackle. Rovers possession. I must say that this Rovers defence this afternoon is standing rock solid. And it's Tim Sharp there trying to bring the ball away. So Lee Whiteley now going from acting half-back. The second tackle, now it's Terry Manning with the ball. Terry Manning there trying to go through Joe Grimmer, but Joe Grimmer there sticks to his arm, makes the tackle, plays the ball back. So it's Derek Fox with the ball. Derek Fox once again, that big bolt downfield. One bounce, and it's rolling and rolling and rolling. So Alan Tate there picks that ball up there, and Paul Newell makes the tackle there on the Widnes fullback. Gets up, plays the... Oh, that's a terrible mistake there by Jason Critchley. And Derek Fox there just taps him on the ear as if to say,
Come on, Rovers!
never mind, lad, we all do that, and we sure do. And Rovers wanted to make another substitution. Owen Simpson having to come off, and Martin Pearson coming on the field.
Substitution, Martin Pearson to replace Owen Simpson.
And Owen looks to have a leg strain, but he hopes he's all right for next week again, Wigan. So it's Ian Smales with the ball there. But Ian Smales there, watched all the way by Alan Tate, made the tackle. So it's Chris Bibb now going from Martin Arpat to Tim Sharp now there to Paul Newell. Paul Newell now taking this defence on. Paul Newell still going. So Ikram Butt with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp trying to straighten up. A big evasion here for Owen Simpson, the Rovers wingman coming off the field. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there trying to get that ball up there. Well, Ian Smales did marvellous there. He stretched his arm out there. Chris Burton gives that ball there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning going through all this defence. So Lee White with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose now there to Andy Fisher. Back inside there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there to Martin Pearson. Scores the try in the corner. Martin Pearson's first touch of the ball this afternoon, coming on as a substitute for Owen Simpson, and he plants the ball in the corner. That was absolutely marvellous play, that. First by Andy Fisher, then by Gary Rose, and then finished off there by Martin Pearson. Rovers 20, Widnes 2, and just listen to this crowd.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, the winning number for the autograph rugby ball is a blue ticket. It's number 27. The winning number for the autograph rugby ball, the blue ticket, number 27.
So Derek Fox, couple of inches in from this near touchline side. You can see where the ball is on the video. We've got a clear shot in it. Strikes the ball, and the wind just takes the ball away. Rovers 20, Widnes 2. So once again, Jonathan Davis restarts the game. Rolling ball there, Derek Fox there to Andy Fisher. Oh, it's Leo Casey there, coming away from acting half-back, over his own 25-yard area. Lee White now acting half-back now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there, that long ball out there to Tim Sharp, there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales nearly through the gap. But that's good tackling that by Stuart Spruce. So Tim Sharp now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose, he's a contention for this man of the match this afternoon. as everyone is from number 1 to 15 on this Rovers team. They've all played their parts. They've all given their all. So it's Lee White in half from acting half back now there to Derek Fox. And Derek Fox once again, he'll save his forwards all that tremendous amount of work. Kicks that ball deep. And this time, number 14, Mark Sizefield, picks that ball up inside his own in-goal area. But look at them tacklers. Look who's up there. The man who kicked the ball, Derek Fox. Doesn't he lead by example? So it's Widnes captain their own 25-yard area. Joe Grimmer. Can Rovers keep Widnes trialless? And Joe Grimmer there losing the ball in the tackle, and the referee there just applauding his touch judge. So Derek Fox feeds the scrum, gets that ball up there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales cutting back inside. So it's Lee Whiteley with the ball, taking Les Holiday on. And the rain's absolutely pouring it down here now at Post Office Road. So Leo Casey there, moving mountains. Pushes 2 forwards off there as if there wasn't there. So it's Chris Burton, he'll drive it towards that try line. That's good driving by the Rovers prop forward. Lee Whiteley now from acting half back. Lee Whiteley back inside there to Derek Fox, now there to Ian Smales. Trying to reach over, gets that ball back there to Derek Fox. The ball went back to Gary Rose. Just couldn't get that ball out there. John Devereux there spotting the danger there for Widnes. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there, that little kick through is offside. Looks like the Widnes player were offside that time. John Devereux stopping that little kick there by Derek Fox. And number 15 there, David Smith picking the ball up. Looks as if he were in front of John Devereux, but the referee says no, play on. So it's Widnes in possession, just about on their own 25-yard line, and the rain is absolutely teeming down here now at Featherstone. But like I said before, OK, Featherstone Rovers in the driving seat, leading by 20 points to 2. Now it's Emerson Clotton with the ball there to Darren Wright. Darren Wright there trying to cut inside of Ian Smales, but once again Ian Smales makes the tackle. Ian Smales had a strong game for Rovers at the stand-up 5 position, but this is a good bet by Widnes now, so it's Clotto with the ball there, but that's good tackling by Rovers, and it's all on, but referee says no, the knock on, and well, that's the 6th tackle. I think that was the 6th tackle, so that with the change over. So it's Hickram, but Chris Burton knocks the ball on. I think Featherstone were at 6s and 7s there. In that moment, I think everybody was expecting a scrum down for the knock-on, but it was the 6th and last tackle. So it'll be Stuart Spruce to feed the scrum for Widnes. It's out to Widnes. Jonathan Davis! Oh! Jonathan Davis knocks the ball on. Well, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I must say now that the conditions, it must be like a bar to sort that ball out in the middle. So Derek Fox now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there taking these Widnes defenders on. Yes, and as Peter Rose just said to me, Ian Smales had a great game, and I endorse that view. Ian Smales has had a fantastic game in the stand-up half position. I mentioned Chris Bibb and Gary Rose, and I must have got to mention, well, like I said, everybody from number 1 to 15, and I've just said that pass there to Martin Pearson on the wing, going straight through his fingers. So it's another scrum just in front of us. Stuart Spruce feeds the scrum out to Jonathan Davis, out there to Alan Tate. Alan Tate there trying to the run around there to gives it, but that's good tackling that by Paul Newlove. That's marvellous defence by Rovers, driving Widnes back. Widnes were in possession. So Widnes, suspicion of a forward pass in that moment, but referee says play on. So Stuart Spruce with the ball now. Being tackled on the halfway line there, Leo Casey, Tim Sharp. So it's Joe Grimmer with the ball now. Joe Grimmer there taking Paul Newlove on, but Paul Newlove once again standing his ground. Only loses the ball in the tackle, but the ball went back. Andy Fisher there just tackling Darren Wright. So Holiday with the ball now. Holiday now there to Clotto, but Chris Burton there, and Ian Smales wraps the big tongue up. Emerson Clotto. So it's Paul Young now from acting half-back. Paul Young there working the blind side there to David Smith there to Jason Critchley. Jason Critchley, that little kick throw, and Derek Fox there working behind his front line of defence there. Keeps that ball in play. Helped out by his Chris Bibb there, his full-back. So Lee Whiteley now trying to run it out from acting half-back. Rovers camped in their own 25-yard area. What it could do is a big boot upfield. Now it's Leo Casey. Being tackled there by David Smith. Now Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox Doesn't he make all the time in the world? He had no time there to get that ball downfield, but how he got the boat to the ball, there's only him knows. So on take with the ball now. Back inside there for Mike Starsfield. Well, that's good tackling by Rovers. Paul Newell of Gary Rose. Terry Manning all up there for that Derek Fox kick through. Now Darren Wright with the ball. Tackle on the halfway line. Tim Sharp there and Lee Whiteley involved with the tackle. Now it's Jonathan Davis with the ball. Leo Casey wrapping him up. Paul Young now there to Joe Grimmer. Joe Grimmer there still trying to win this, looking for the first try of the match this afternoon. Gets up, plays the ball back. Paul Young now there to Holiday back inside there to Stuart Spruce. And still this Rovers defence rock solid this afternoon. So Alan Tate there, switching direction. Alan Tate there, that little kick through. Derek Fox there, gets his body behind the ball, takes the ball cleanly. That's good play there by the Rovers captain. Good adventurous play though by Alan Tate there, spotting the gap. But Derek Fox there, beating him to the ball. So it's Rovers, Les Holiday there, makes the tackle. Rovers still leading them by them 4 tries and 1 goal to 1 goal in reply, 20 points to 2. It's about 5 minutes left for play in this match, so it's Gary Rose. Lee White with the ball now there to Derek Fox, and once again that big kick there by Derek Fox down the field. Martin Pearson after the ball. Martin Pearson being cheered on by his own supporters. Oh, that's good play by Martin Pearson. That's marvellous following up there. And Leo Casey there just grabs Martin Pearson by the hand and saying, well done, son. And that was absolutely marvellous play that by Martin Pearson. Followed that ball all the way. So Derek Fox feeding the scrum. But Martin Pearson was absolutely flying up this wing there from that Derek Fox kick, and the ball's in its heart to Rovers. Chris Pibb with the ball now. Chris Pibb there trying to go through the gap. Chris Pibb still going. Spinning out to Jonathan Davis' tackle, but Les Holiday there completes the tackle. Now it's Tim Sharp with the ball now to Ian Smales. Oh, Ian Smales, didn't he take that well? Ian Smales here going in for a try. Oh, he just couldn't get that ball out. Andy Fisher poaching on his shoulder. Now it's Andy Fisher. It's all on, loses the ball in the tackle. And there we go, the Featherstone Rovers man of the match goes to the stand-up Featherstone Rovers stand-up half, Ian Smales. So a marvellous exhibition of football this Featherstone Rovers team have worked up this afternoon, and there's nobody played better than that man of the match there, what been awarded to Ian Smales. Thoroughly deserved. He's had some outstanding games these last few weeks, has Ian. He gets the man of the match this afternoon, and thoroughly deserved so, but that must have been a penalty there. Terry Manning pieced the ball in the tackle. So Chris Byrne there, Chris Byrne out to Martin Pearson. Martin Pearson scores a try in the corner, but that should have been a penalty to WIDNES, because when I'm in on the gantry, Terry Manning definitely pieced the ball out of the WIDNES player's hands. The referee unsighted, but Chris Byrne there, the flying centre there, puts Martin Pearson in for his second try of the match. And Martin Pearson there just congratulating Martin Pearson. Chris Burton, I should say. Thank you very much, Chris Burton, he says. Featherstone Rovers 24, WIDNES 2. So Derek Fox, once again, 2-inch from this touchline side, or they are in from this touchline side. And once again, the win takes it away. Featherstone Rovers 24, Widnes 2. Once again, Widnes getting the game started. Just about 7 minutes left for playing this match. Rovers firmly now in the driving seat. All these points will go for them at the end of the season. Points difference. Terry Manning there coming across field. So it's Rovers. Derek Fox with the ball now. There to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now. There to Leo Casey. Leo Casey. Oh, and he just couldn't keep on of that ball. Oh, if Ian Smails had took that ball in, they've got another running chance, but just couldn't take it at the side of his body. So done, Devereux. It's number 10 there. Harvey Howard runs it in. Gary Rose there makes the complete tackle. So it's Stuart Spruce with the ball. Stuart Spruce there, and it's a bad mistake. Oh, and that's another knock on. And that's play on. That's advantage. Chris Burton taking that awkward bouncing ball. Wait, deep inside his own 25-yard area. So Andy Fisher trying to fight his way up to his own 25-yard line. Tackle's about 3 yards short, so it's Lee Whiteley now there to Gary Rose. Harvey Howard there wraps Gary Rose up. And Paul Hume. So Lee Whiteley there, spotted the gap. Going from acting half-back. That's good play, that by Lee Whiteley. So Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Leo Casey now there to Tim Sharp. On the halfway line. So Gary Rose with the ball now there. Once again spotted the gap from acting half-back there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there. Can he score it? That was absolutely, once again I've got to say it, unbelievable. Because of Paul Newlove's strength, he was tackled 10 yards short of the try line, and his sheer strength took him through 3 would-be tacklers, and that big left arm reached out and put the ball over the try. And Terry Manning there, he juggled with the ball before he gave the pass there to Derek Fox, and Derek Fox gave the ball there to Paul Newlove, and Ian Smails just saying to Newey, you did just what I've just done. He reached out for that try line and put that big arm over. But all thanks there to Terry Manning, to Gary Rose, I should say, to Terry Manning, to Tim Sharp and to Derek Fox, and finally Paul Newlove. Magic try, 6 tries against Widnes. I would have dreamt of that before this match started, but this Rovers team are definitely on tune. They're definitely ready for Wigan next Sunday. So here we go, Derek Fox, he's a bit near to the post, strikes the ball, and once again the wind just takes it away, and Derek just looks up at us in the gantry to say, what have I got to do to get the ball between the posts? But never mind, Derek, you've already kicked one already this afternoon, but goal kicking conditions are very hard to come by this afternoon. Still it's Rovers 28, Widnes 2. And once again, Tim Sharp there gets that ball from that kick-off. And the Blue Machine are coming again. It's not the Mean Machine, it's the Blue Machine here this afternoon at Post Office Road. 6 tries already. Like I've said, this points difference at the end of the season will all tell. That'll be the difference, I think, from the second team being relegated along with Swinton. So Gary Rose with the ball now. Gary Rose here, making headway up the middle of the field. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there gets his leg to that ball. Number 5 there, Jason Critchley, takes it just short of his own 25-yard area. Lee Whiteley there and Chris Burton. Wraps him up. Now it's Rovers there. Alan Tate with the ball now. Alan Tate back inside there to Colotto. Colotto there being tackled just short of his own halfway line. Now it's Holiday with the ball now. Holiday trying to get the ball through there to Darren Wright. This is better play. Oh! And when it goes for you. Derek Fox there making the break up the field. Derek Fox still going now to Terry Manning there. Terry Manning now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales here got Martin Pearson outside him. But Ian Smales takes the tackle, loses the ball in the tackle. The ball went back. And that's good play that by Paul Newell backing up. So it's Gary Rose with the ball now. Gary Rose being tackled just short of his own 25-yard area. So it's Leo White with the ball now there to Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb now there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there. Wanted to get that ball to Ikram Butt, but Ikram Butt there just is like a lame duck on that wing. He's got a bad leg injury. So Chris Bibb there. Oh, and that's a bad mistake there by Alan Tate. Knocks the ball on. But that was quick thinking that by Chris Bibb, kicking the ball over the defence. And Alan Tate there trying to pick the ball up inside his own 25-yard area, knocked the ball on. So it'll be Derek Fox to feed the scrum. So the ball's in. And the referee spotting a knock on by Rovers, so it's Widnes's ball. That's good tackling by Tim Sharp, and once again Tim Sharp involved with the tackle. As I was just saying just a couple of minutes ago, Ikram Butt there like a lame duck on the first side of the field is with Rovers having Owen Simpson off the field and Brendan Tota with injuries. Ikram Butt having to play this match out. He's got a bad leg injury. So the treatment table will be full on Tuesday night at training, on Monday morning I should say, in the morning. And there goes the full-time out today from Post Office Road. And what a professional exhibition that Featherstone Rovers have gave here at home. 1 try to Ikram Butt, 2 to Paul Newell, 1 to Ian Smales, Martin Pearson 2 tries, and Derek Fox 1 goal. 2 goals I should say for Derek Fox. 2 goals to Derek Fox. In reply, Jonathan Davis goal. And so we'll leave here Post Office Road and just listen to this standing ovation here by this Featherstone Rovers supporters. Rises to their team.
Kicking off at 6:15 and that match is all tickets. Tickets are available now at the Secretary's office or during the week in the Bloodshot gas station lane.
Karen on. Oh, thought it was Karen, it is. Absolutely a marvellous scenes here at Post Office Road. Just go through the try scores again. Derek Fox 2 try, Derek Fox 2 goals, Ikram Butt a try, Paul Newell 2 tries, Ian Smales a try, and Martin Pearson 2 tries. In reply, a sole goal there to Jonathan Davis. And when was the last time that Widnes didn't score a try in a match down here at Post Office Road? And how many scenes is it to go since Featherstone Rovers scored 6 tries? Them's one for you all to get your record books out, but an excellent performance here by Featherstone Rovers, and a real professional job. We'll leave it on Post Office Road. Featherstone Rovers winning by 28 points to 2.